Hello creative ones and welcome to Gel Printing Fundamentals. I'm Michelle Brown with Mixed Media Art and I'm really excited to be sharing these videos with you so we can cover all the tips and tricks for getting our gel plates, storing them. And of course today's episode we're going to move into how do we store all of these gel prints. Over the last few episodes we've created gel prints with just paper and paints, with stencils, with stamps, with found objects, we've done image transfer. There's been so many different things. And I'm sure you're beginning to realize by now that the gel plate prints can pile up really, really quickly. And even though we've got lots and lots of uses for them, there is still that stage between having created the prints and then needing to tidy up before we use them. So today I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks for storing our gel prints. Let's jump in. So in the very beginning, I started sorting mine into these folders. These were really cute little folders where I just had sealed the bottom so that they didn't fall out because they do become a little bit unwieldy. And then I put the cool colours together and the warm colours. Now these are some of the offcuts, and sometimes you look at them and it's a bit hard to decide whether it's a warm or a cool. Really, it doesn't matter. I think if it's primarily one or the other, then it's okay. So putting the blues, the greens, some of the purples into the cools, putting out oranges and reds and pinks into the warms. But then I found it didn't take much to outgrow this, so I was using this for just the bits and pieces, the offcuts, the bits that I was keeping. And then I moved into these boxes. Now they were available from our, from our local stationery place. It has a little clip on the side. These are really good for stacking. And then in this I put all of the warm colours. So this was a really good way to store them and putting in some of the warmer prints. So again, the oranges, the pinks, some of the purples. Purple can go either way. Oh, one of my favourites. It's so much fun to go back over them. Sometimes you look at the older ones and you think, oh my goodness, how did I possibly create such monstrosities? And sometimes they might need to come out and turn them into something else or actually get used. So having the full sheets in here, having the smaller bits into a folder. But then I found over time I was just getting more and more bits. So now I've actually do a bit of a juggle. I've got them stored in one of these tote boxes. Now the great thing about the A4 size is that it fits in these ones pretty well. And I've just really piled them in just to have somewhere to put them once that they're dry. These are sometimes I've used them and they're some offcuts. I might use them. I probably really should throw them out, but I'm so bad. See, look at that. That's just gorgeous. I could just cut that off and keep it for my collage bits and my collage clusters. Oh, see, that's one of my favourites. I love that one. Always making sure I put that somewhere so I don't just use it willy-nilly. Now, the other thing I'll do sometimes is if I've done a particular course or done things a particular way, is keeping those together as well. So putting similar pieces together when I know I've done a class. This was part of a fodder challenge, and this is one of the lessons that we did some prints with some bold masks and that sort of thing. So I've kept all those together in a folder because they're sort of a similar color palette and a similar style, and I've kept them together rather than splitting them up further. So have a think about what works for you. If you want to keep them, in folders, I wouldn't necessarily store them upright because I do find after a while they do start to bow and it makes it harder for them, particularly to turn into book pages. But if you've got some warm bits together, some cool bits, some sort of a folder, or again, just some sort of a tub, so that makes it easier to get them out of the way so that you can continue to create your prints and then get them packed up and then do something with them so you can find them when you need them. So I hope that's given you some ideas on how to store all your gel prints. And like I said, it really depends on what works for you. If you're doing them for a specific project, then maybe you'll create them, make that project, and then, discard the offcuts. But I find particularly as you do collages, you can use smaller and smaller pieces. So it certainly is worth keeping all those interesting grungy bits. So considering whether sorting things into warm, cool, neutrals works for you, or keeping them project specific or technique specific, completely up to you. We just do want to find a way to contain them so that they're there when we want them and not have them spread throughout our crafting area when we're trying to do other things. So please leave your comments. I'd love to hear some of your tips and tricks on storing your gel prints. And for all the details of our upcoming classes, as well as what's going on over at Mixed Media Art, head over to mixedmediaart.net and you can see what we're up to there. So I so look forward to seeing you again in our continuing Gel Printing Fundamentals series. Please subscribe to keep it up to date with the next one, and we'll see you again soon. Have a crafty day.